Good afternoon. Hope everybody's doing well today. You've had your fill of fabulous food and hanging out with friends and family if that's what you're up to. And I hope you're in for a couple days of a little bit of extra fun this week. So we have a kind of a top secret thing that we're gonna do. I had a lovely Christmas. I got to hold my nephew. He's a wee little guy, 5 months old. So cuddly. That was great. And had good food. So all in all, excellent couple days. I'm going to show you guys what we are up to this week. Just get that set up. So in the mix of things, we're throwing an extra demo December project in for you guys. If you tuned in earlier this month, we ran Demo December that was actually released in 2022. And we had all the info for this one that was launched last year. But then December of 2021 was a little bit wonky. So anyway, we never did anything with this. And we are going to get this into your guys' hands this week as another Demo December, calling it Boxing Week demo. So today is the first day of 3 days, and then we'll do the next one Thursday and the third one Friday. Sandy's got something else planned for you guys tomorrow for Wacky Wednesday. If you guys want to play along, this is the last time Kimberbell did a sewing version and an embroidery version of this project. So for those of you that don't do machine embroidery, don't run away. Don't run away. This is still for you. But this is your first entry, so we'll talk about the details of how to play along at the end of the video. But let me get into the demo portion of it so that you know where we're headed with this. So anyway, let me go back to the thing where I can actually see what I'm up to. There we go. You see your comments, all those good things. Back on the camera that I expected. So first off, as you may or may not know, we kind of like tea towels around here a whole lot, a lot. Tea towels, we have many options. One of the links in the comments below the video is for all things tea towel here at my sewing room. And we have tea towels that come fully assembled as tea towels. That would be like our tea towel blanks, which we've got coming from Kimberbell in a variety of colors, and from OESD in a variety of colors. There's so many tea towel colors. You can find tea towels that'll work for just about anybody in your world. But sometimes those all the way finished tea towels aren't quite what you're looking for. So then we have other options, which include tea toweling by the meter. And there's, I didn't count how many bolts there are out there, but I'm guessing there's somewhere around 30 different bolts of tea toweling here in the store. And the advantage to going to something like tea toweling versus a pre-made tea towel is you have a little more control over the size and the end product of what you're making. So tea toweling, if you're buying the pattern stuff, varies in width a little bit. Most of it's kind of 16 to 18 inches wide. This one's running about 18 inches wide. Some of it up closer to 20. But then you don't have to be stuck making tea towels with it. And this could be something that you're like, oh, well, that's really lovely. I'd love that to be a table runner. So you have options, and you can just buy as much as you want. Most of the time, if you're going to buy tea toweling, I recommend that you take it home and wash it before you embellish on it or use it. That will be a whole lot happier in the long run. And then we also have back in stock our favorite white tea toweling by the meter. This comes on a bolt that is 72 inches wide, which could get you 2 tea towels per half meter. And the bolt's a little awkward, so Donna's actually cut tea towel bundles in this format, where you can take it home, wash it, and then hem it up however you desire and embellish however you desire. Or you just have really lovely tea towels. So yeah, tea towel bundles or tea toweling by the meter. You can make as many tea towels as you want. And colors vary a little bit, but these are unhemmed. So we're going to talk about hemming tea towels today. I'll show you the steps you'll want to take once you get tea toweling home, in case the pre-made finished tea towels you're finding are not the style you want, because there's options. So from start to finish, when you get your tea toweling home, it will probably look something like this giant chunk. So that right now is probably enough for 4 tea towels because it's folded several times. This might be a meter chunk. This is a meter chunk of the 72 inches wide. Big piece, but you can take it home and make as many tea towels as you want. So that's how it's going to go home, but it's got all these snaggy bits. Those are not going to be super friendly running through your washing machine. So your first step will be to finish off those raw edges before you wash it. If you have a serger, getting through there and serging off those raw edges will keep things tidier in your washing machine and have less gnarly mess to deal with. And it'll keep those edges tidy, help with any shrinkage that might happen, because any raw fabrics might shrink up a little bit. And after you're washed and out of the dryer, then you can cut your tea towel to size and account for the hem. And I'm going to show you a hemming trick today is really what I'm here to show you. So we're going to serge or zigzag over the edges, just something to keep it from fraying as it goes through the wash. When it comes out of the wash, I think this piece was washed, but not, oh, this might have been cut off a bigger piece because it feels like it was washed. Feels like it was washed. So, lots of these tea towels are finished with a, like 1/4 inch to 3/8 inch hem. If you're wanting to make a lot of tea towels, that would be a lot of really fiddly ironing. So I'm going to show you another way of doing that without burning your little fingers. So here we go. I've got my machine set up with white thread top and bottom. And I'm on a Bernina today. Just a kind of a regular size Bernina. Bernina's 475. Just gonna move this camera. Ooh, and makes towels first, then washes, then decorates. Many options. Okay. So, if you're gonna make the towels first, you could do that too. At some point you should wash them before you decorate them. To get this all hemmed, I'm gonna use a 3/8 seam allowance because I've got a 3/8 foot on this one. Do 3/8, 1/4 inch. Either of those would be pretty friendly. What I'm going to do is just actually stitch through a single layer of my tea toweling, and this is going to give me a really easy way to make a really accurate fold without burning my fingers with the iron. But I left the tail of my thread too short. Probably snagged on me as I was bringing the machine through the store here. You could do this step with the serger as well and just serge off the edge. Oh dear. Real quick hot tip for you guys. If your thread is getting stuck on your spool cap on your machine, it's probably going to end up with too much tension and it will probably break. So try that again with... So, kind of the issue I just ran into was spool cap not being quite right for the thread I was running. And the thread got caught on my spool pin between my spool cap and my thread, which is not ideal. Tied itself into a bit of a knot and managed to shred itself to pieces. If that's happening, sometimes the issue is right up at your spool. And it's not a needle issue, it's not a you issue. Sometimes it's just the wrong spool cap for what you're trying to do. Machine doesn't have a thread cutter. I don't know what I was thinking grabbing a machine without a thread cutter, but that's okay. So after that first line of stitching that you can just barely see right now, because I did it in white as well, I'm going to use that as a fold line. And that line of stitching in there, just the regular stitch length of 2.5, encourages it to fold. And we're just going to do a double fold there. So that line of stitching will end up just tucked in here. And that will be this fold right here. So we're just going to fold it back in on itself. But it actually, once you get going, you're just going to use that same edge of the foot for your seam allowance. And that lovely little line you stitched first is just encouraging the fabric over. Without having to get in there and, you know, get your fingers burned trying to iron that 3/8 inch hem over the length of however many sides of tea towel you have. Right. So hemmed all the way down, and we can do both the long sides and then come back and do the short sides. So on something that's already serged, if you did it with serging, that would look just about the same with that serging rolling in. Serging, doing the roll. It doesn't have the auto lift that the last machine I was running does. So using all white thread on that serging would be a little bit tidier, but definitely very functional this way. And then we can go around and do the same thing for the other sides. And when we get to that bottom hem, the bottom of the top hems, I guess, the ends of your tea towel, and doing the same thing. What you might find is that you're dealing with a fair bit of bulk right up in the corner there. And this is where having a tool like Bernia's height compensating tool, or another name for it is a hump jumper, is super handy. Because when you're trying to get started on something thicker like this, having your foot sit up and angled is usually not very friendly, and it's really hard to get moving. So the height compensating tool will help level out your foot so you can get started right in the edge of that next hem in the corner. And we're able to just start sewing from here. Secure that seam a little bit. So same thing, we can get started and get up and over that hump instead of trying to start right up in the lumpy bumpy beginning. And would cut off that serging. Totally. More visual though. More visual to see what's happening. So that is how you can go about hemming and making your own tea towels. Then you have so many options. Do you want fancy stitching? Do you want a detailed thread color in your hem stitching? Do you want it to just blend? Do you need tea towels really certain color for your house? You've got options when you start with white tea toweling. So white tea toweling, colored tea toweling, same thing. You'd start the same way here. This just has the long sides already hemmed. But then you've got way more options for tea towels to match whatever crazy decor you happen to have in your house. If your crazy decor happens to be orange like mine, there's a wee bit of orange tea toweling left out front. You do whatever you want. We've got so much flexibility when we're making our own things here. So for our demo this week, like we said, there is the free design that is both sewing and embroidery. If you decide you would like to do it, we do have the option of you guys buying a kit that will look something like this. It hasn't quite hit the web yet as far as price goes, but you can put it in the notes that you would like a kit. The price comes out with a 2-pack of tea towels, the fairy lights, the fancy buttons, cork, and fabric comes out to $54.99. And the design itself is free. So that's pretty friendly, where you can start building all of this tea towel detail onto whatever color of tea towel you like, or take the design and put it on something else completely different. All of those are very valid options. So if you guys would like to play along, let's just pop up back into Facebook. So to earn your free design this week, you need to do 3 different things before the end of the year. And I know that's coming up very quickly. I apologize. Little bit of work to do each day this week, not tomorrow, today, Thursday, Friday. And so for today, your big hard job is to get onto our website, mysewingroom.ca. Make yourself an account if you don't already have one. And then you will go through and look up Boxing Week Demo is your top secret search. Boxing Week Demo. That will find, oh, my face is covering that thing. So Boxing Week Demo is the thing you're going to search. Towel entry, you're going to add that to your cart. We can click View Cart. And then your coupon code today to get this for free is towel. Super complicated, I know. And then that will take your cart total to $0. You do have to be logged in to proceed to checkout, but you could go in and add any of the other things you might like tea toweling, buttons, cork, fairy lights, thread, a new sewing machine, whatever you want, whatever you might need to play along with this week. You can get in there if you would like a kit to make the cocoa and cookies towel. Just put that in the notes that you would like a kit for the tea towel, and then we have a couple that'll be ready to go, and we can get everything set up for you guys to get some early in the new year if there's more people that would like one. So that is what you need to do today. It's similar but not quite the same on Thursday and Friday. Other things that may interest you, new fabric in behind me. We had a poll last week about this fabric and another fabric that I showed a few weeks ago. The pansies were winning. This is Pansy Paradise. It's really pretty, and it's got a really great border print in with it. Oh, that's what I didn't grab. I had them in my hands and then I set them down. If you're having fun making your own tea towels and you want to embellish with just straight fabric, Dawn has made some fabulous tea towel kits with some border stripes that'll go across your tea towels. They're super cute. They'll pull up in that search when you search for tea towels on our website as well. But that pansy print would be so stinking adorable across the bottom of a tea towel. And even the stripe would be pretty cute. So fun place to use some of that weirder striped fabric that you're not sure what to do with. So Pansy Paradise would have a good stripe for a tea towel as well. That's mostly what I have for you guys today. Can't wait to see what tea towels you're making. If you enjoyed today's video, drop me a comment, like the video, and share with a friend who could maybe use an upgrade on their tea towels at home, or let us know what tea towels you've made in the past. I'd love to hear what you've been up to as well. Back on the camera that I thought I was on. There is, until the end of the year, all our Christmas fabric is 40% off. Just dropping that hint out there. Until the end of 2022. 40% off Christmas fabric and panels. So if you're wanting to stock up on all sorts of cute little Christmas prints for a project next year, now would be the time to do it. We're doing 5 weeks of Boxing Day things. So this week, 40% off Christmas fabric. We'll let you guys know each week what's coming up. But this is week 1. We also get a Boxing Week demo. So